What's up, guys? Welcome back to Let's Talk Bulls, your number one Bulls podcast in Chicago. On today's episode, we'll talk about the Chicago Bulls losing 116 to 102, another game where they looked like they did not care, as well as DeMar and Vooch, and why it kind of seems like they're on the decline as they get older in age. We'll also be covering Coby White taking over the offense this game. I truly believe that once we trade Zach, he will be one of our number one options when it comes to scoring. And last, we'll talk a little bit about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and why I hope the Bulls in the next few drafts will find a player who can have that type of impact on our team as well as our culture. But with all of that, let's sit back, let's have fun, and most importantly, let's talk Bulls. So if you are a Bulls fan, you know how the season goes. Another game, another loss. And I can tell you one thing. The Chicago Bulls front office were not lying when they said they wanted continuity. The issue is they got it, but it's just in losing. We play the same way every game. If you've been watching the games lately, you know every game we start bad, we start slow, we somehow fight our way back, and then in the fourth we make mistakes which cause us to lose down the line. And it seems like the Bulls just truly are okay with it. They do not care if they're losing. They just don't want to get blown out. Vooch and DeMar really seem like they're just playing until it all gets blown up. They're on the court. They're getting paid. They're just doing what they need to do until everybody decides to get traded or moved on. But yeah, it's just a person coming to work, doing the bare minimum and hoping that the day ends pretty soon. That's what we're seeing from those two. DeMar, in this game, did pretty well. He had 25 points. He was 13 for 13 from the three-point line. And you saw him trying to get to the rim, trying to attack the basket. He wasn't shooting very well in the first half, but in typical DeMar fashion, in the second half, he brought it back, started to score a little bit more. But we definitely needed him to step up this game. We needed a little bit more out of him, especially with Zach out. Zach was out this game due to a toe injury. So with that, I'm kind of disappointed in DeMar and what he did. I think he had a decent game, but it was not the type of game I expected from him without a Zach on the floor. Vooch had 16 and 12. A decent night for Vooch, but if we're being honest, with the team that Oklahoma City was running, they had a lot of small items at some points. Vooch should have had a lot more points. Vooch should have had at least 24 to 25 points in this game. I believe he should have had another 3 to 5 rebounds. It just seemed like he was just running with the Wolves. Whatever happens, he didn't really care. He was just on the floor to get paid, and that's what it kind of seemed like today. There wasn't a lot of effort from this team. We're also going to talk about Coby. Coby went 23. He was 7 for 13 from the three-point line, and this seemed like one of those games he was not afraid to shoot. He was pulling up when he felt hot. He was taking step-back threes. I truly think Coby is our answer when we trade Zach. Give the man the reins. Let him become the scorer we all know he can be. And let's be real, when Coby was doing really well in scoring when it was just him and Zach, there were nights where Coby and Zach were both averaging 20 to 25 just shooting. And we need to have him really bring that mindset back where he takes over. He knows that he is the option. He knows he's not going to get benched for taking shots, and he knows those shots are there. I think as we see the whole thing break down with, Zach being traded, maybe DeMar not coming back, I think Coby's really going to become one of the leading scorers on this team. I do see him starting to average more shots and be a little bit more aggressive. So I look forward to seeing that. I think we definitely have a great scorer in him, and I wonder what will happen when he has some freedom. Now, when we talk about freedom, you also got to talk about Patrick Williams. He had a better game this game. He looked aggressive. Billy Donovan started him at shooting guard. Honestly, I like this move. I like Pat at shooting guard or small forward. I think you'll see Pat when he's playing the 2 or he's playing the 3. He gets a lot more aggressive when players are smaller on him. I don't think he has the mental mindset to try to push past bigger defenders. I think that's just an aggression thing he has. But you can see when there's someone who's significantly smaller on him or someone who he thinks he can outpower, he does attack. So having him have that freedom at 2, I believe helped him a little bit with trying to get to the rim. We saw some moves from Pat trying to be aggressive, and he finally got a good poster. He didn't miss his dunk. He went up with 2 hands like I asked for, and he's been cutting. He was cutting on this game, back cuts, dive cuts. He was trying to get to the rim, and that's what you want to see from Patrick Williams. Hopefully we continue to see it. That's another thing I think we will start to see if we do trade Zach. You're going to see Pat try to have to step up and start making some more shots. Last, I want to talk about, when we talk about this game, the overall quality of the game. This was a boring-ass game from the Bulls. Boring-ass game. The offense is stagnant. It looks like trash. People were missing wide-open shots. The ball was sticking on the perimeter. Nobody was really driving. Vooch was open sometimes with a man still, and we were like, we're not going to pass it to you. This offense does not know what they're doing. And that is something you have to not only blame on the players, but you got to look at Billy Donovan. If people on your team are not running the things you need them to run, they're not doing the things you need them to do, sit their asses down. Be a coach. Sit their asses down. I know a couple episodes ago I talked about I wish we had like a Popovich type of coach. Today, Kawhi Leonard went back. He went back getting booed by San Antonio. Popovich grabbed the mic and told the entire arena to stop booing the opposing team. He said, we are better than that. We are more class than that. That is a coach who gives a shit. We can't even get Billy to challenge a play. Pop is grabbing the microphone for the stadium. Billy's chewing bubblegum and looking at the players like he's confused. It is time to get a new coach. I know we won't. I know Billy has a secret extension. We won't get a new coach. But this is the issue with the Bulls. Their offense is terrible. Their effort is terrible. And there's only maybe 1 or 2 players who give a shit about this team doing anything. The rest of the team is kind of just waiting for the house to crumble. And you can see the complete opposite when you look at OKC. When you look at the team they have, the effort they give, the young talent they have, they look like a team primed to make a next step. And a big part of that is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Every time he plays the Bulls, he destroys us. We were trying to attack him, double team him, still destroying us. It's just sad how bad we are guarding him every single game. And he just clearly just knows exactly what to do to beat us every game. It's smooth. He's confident. He's great at the mid-range. He can shoot the 3. He's great at getting to the basket. He's great at getting to the free throw line. And as such a young player, to see the confidence that he plays with is something that I only wish I can see Bulls players play with. And a thing I've noticed by watching Shai, and also some other players throughout the league, I don't know if anyone else has noticed this, but the Chicago Bulls do not get players who look like they just ball. Every one of our players has some weird thing about them. Dalen Terry is supposed to be great. He can't dribble for shit. Ayo, Chicago-born kid, his jump shot looks like it has kind of a hitch in it. Patrick's jump shot kind of has a hitch in it. When you look at Vooch, like, same thing, kind of a hitch. I would say if you look at Julian Phillips, he's probably the closest thing we have to a player with, like, solid fundamentals that looks clean when he's doing things. But, I mean, when you look at him, he's not even ready for the NBA. It just seems like everyone we draft is to fill a need. We don't draft players who just can ball. And it's something that's really hurting the Bulls. I really want to see them draft a player who just looks like they're NBA ready. Not a project, not someone with the giant upside that could be Kawhi Leonard or could be the next superstar, the next Jason Tatum, right? We keep drafting off potential. Draft the best player possible. If a person can ball, they look like they're ready for the NBA, draft that player. Let's get some people in here who just know what they're doing, who look smooth and fluid. That's what I need from this team. I want a player like Shai on our team who's just going to be a star. Confidence through the roof, ready to play, ready to do their thing, and just seems like they know how to play the game. There aren't things we really have to work on. I need the Bulls to stop getting players where we have to figure out how we can fix something in their game to make them amazing. Just get someone who seems like they could be amazing out the gate. With that, the Chicago Bulls lose another game. Honestly, they're going to keep losing. We all know they're going to keep losing. I've gotten to a point where I've given up on giving a shit if they lose or not. Now, if they get blown out and it's terrible, I might do another rant video. But I do not expect them to win at this point anymore. We are back to the days before Vooch, before DeMar, before Ayo, before everyone, where we go into games and we go, I wonder how much we'll lose by today. Now, every game we go, I wonder if we'll go down by 20 in the first quarter. That is what we have here in Chicago. So with that, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you are enjoying the channel. If you are new to it, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and ring that bell notification just so you get notified when these videos drop. We're going to keep pushing with these Bulls videos. We're going to get better and better in this family over here. With that, I hope you guys have a wonderful night. I hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving, and I'll see you next time when we lose again. Peace.